The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to the September 8th, the magical Monday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day, and let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. Now, the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I at just past 11 o'clock in the morning. I do want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But even more important than that, and that's this. During this next 53 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to send me an email. Send it off to Steve at TFNN.com. Inside that subject heading, please put radio show question. Of course, if you're inside our Tiger's Den, well, then any and every ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on Magical Monday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Well, we've got mostly a sea of green out there. To the downside, we've got the New York Stock Exchange now off 19 points. The other indices are trading to the upside. Dow's up 87, S&P 25, NASDAQ 100, 176, 2 for the Russell, 3 for the trannies, 63 for the semis. Gold is up 20, where'd it go? $30. Silver's up 79 cents. Light sweet crude 51 pennies. Natural gas is up 7 cents right now. High grade copper up a penny. We've got the chart here for NVIDIA up on my screen, and many people get many requests for this. This got one from Tom G, and Tom is thinking of going short NVIDIA. So Stevie's going to caution Tom G on that trade. Now, Tom is a short-term trader, but the very first thing that I want to put up on the screen for you to take a look at, Tom, is going to be the weekly chart for NVIDIA. The weekly chart completed 4 consecutive moves to the downside last week. If we come back and we take a look at the chart for NVIDIA out here, let me see if I can pull back just a tad further than this. This takes us back to... No, we're looking to the downside. This takes us back to September of 2020 out here. Now, the weekly time frame chart. And what you will see, there have not been many 4-bar moves to the downside. The last time that we had one out here, Tom, that was the August 9th time period. August 9th, by the way, of 2024 out there. So that's the first caution. Now, not that price can't move lower, but I just simply, this is a cool pattern. Consecutive days higher and consecutive days lower. I'm sure that each of you have used that at some point in time. In fact, sometimes you'll hear people on the news say, oh, it's been 4 days to the downside. What immediately goes in your mind? Knee-jerk reactions are 2 to 4 bars to the downside, especially in a bullish market out there. NVIDIA does have a weekly TD9 count top, so you can understand Tom's desire to want to go ahead and take a short trade on this. Price is also trading inside its bearish structured profile on a weekly basis and below its green oscillator and change line, so it has lost momentum. Typically what this means, and it still could mean that, is that eventually price will get down to test that the profile support level at 158.09. Maybe. Let's take a look at the daily time frame chart. The daily time frame chart shows that NVIDIA has been trading in a sideways consolidation. That's the black rectangle that you see up on my screen. Now, price has been pushing lower with volume. For example, the first time we were down at the bottom of this consolidation, July 22nd, 193 million shares. Last week, we came down, tested, and rejected it with 224 million shares. And out today, you've got a brand new profile. So you ought to expect at least a couple-day rally out here. You have got profile support at 166.11 and profile resistance at 174.27 out there. The better place to short NVIDIA, as you can see from a consolidation standpoint, would be at the top of the consolidation, somewhere around the 184 level. That's coming from the daily chart. So the daily chart says caution about going short, in my opinion. The weekly chart says the same thing, and the monthly chart is just simply full, all-out bullish. On a 30-minute time frame, I don't have any type of completed pattern to the upside, just a little bit sideways movement ever since the open this morning out here. So I don't see the short trade. But look, that's what I see. That doesn't mean that is that's the way that it's going to play out. But I do hope that information helps you out. By the way, on Friday, I got a ton of requests, and I had promised to send everybody charts. And I screwed up there. My apology. I did not do that. But no fret. We're gonna take a look at each of those requests that have come in. Before we get to that, though, let's just take a quick peek at a couple of TD9 counts. We talked about this one. We didn't talk about, we talked about this one a moment ago during the update, and that is gold. Gold completed a TD9 count top on a daily time frame. It did that on Friday. We are trading above that high. Tells us about a strong upward momentum move as long as price closes above Friday's high. And Friday's high was 36.55.50. I don't see anything on a 30-minute time frame chart to suggest that we're not going to rally out here. The weekly time frame chart last week negated its TD9 count top. That has a Rhodes momentum indicator signal that would need a bearish reversal candle to confirm a top. And then finally on the monthly time frame chart, you've got a TD9 count top, and it will get negated with a close above 35.85.80, but that's not till the end of the month. We also took a look at the XLU. That was forming bar number 9 on Friday. It's going to go ahead and complete that bottom pattern today. So that's setting up for at least a 2-day rally out there. However, when we take a look at the weekly time frame chart, the weekly time frame chart has a Rhodes momentum indicator top, price trading with inside his profile out there. If this TD9 count bottom fails, price is going to make its way down to the 81.08, 81.81 level out there. On a monthly time frame chart, price is testing support. If this is going to, so you're holding support in essence on the monthly time frame chart, completing the TD9 count pattern on the daily time frame chart. The weekly's a little bit sketchy out there. What we need intraday charts, and let's just start with the 30-minute time frame chart to start generating some bottom signals. Now here you can see all kinds of A to B equals C patterns to the downside. We did get a bullish engulfing candle at 11 o'clock. Price should rally up into its oscillator and change line. This is the XLU. If it can close above it being the oscillator and change line at 82.88, we should see a rally up towards the 83.37 to 83.56 level. But we are getting bottom signals on the utilities sector out there. Now, on a daily time frame, price has got profile resistance. It's going to now be the bottom of its profile, which was support at 83.56, and above that a sell zone 84.10 to 84.37. Just with regard to TD9 counts, Apple is going to go ahead and form a TD9 count top today. That depends, of course, where price is trading. But so it shouldn't be a problem. All price needs to do today is close above the close of bar number 5. Should be an easy thing to do. Bar number 5's close was 229.72. We're trading at 239.11. Now, what should unfold now, this pattern will complete tomorrow. It could also generate a Rhodes momentum indicator topping pattern. Doesn't matter whether you got one top or two tops. What price should first do, test the oscillator and change line. That can do that in a heartbeat. 237.48. If price were to close below that or move below that, 235.12 would be the next area of support for Apple. But it will go ahead and confirm a TD9 count top and will complete that pattern tomorrow. That's all the TD9 count signals that I see for the daily time frame, which is perfect. That takes us to our first breakout. Then we come back to this break. We're going to look at IoT, FRPT, PPTA, CRCL, FIG, PTG, BTG, IWM, and Roblox, RBLX. Of course, I'd love to hear from you as well. We're going to look at Enphase Energy, NPH, as well. Be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the Opening Call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We got the charts for Income Opportunity Realty Trust up on our screen. This for SAT-P. SAT, you can see the A to B equals CD pattern that went ahead and formed on Friday, took out the B point that had volume of 5.4 million shares, was taken out with 23 million shares. That's a beautiful thing. Now, here's the thing. If we get a bearish reversal candle today, that's going to go ahead and confirm a sell the D point top. As long as price close, right now you got a dark cloud cover. And if you just figure out where the middle of the body of the candle is, as long as price closes below that level, it's certainly at least at 41.11, but it's probably just a tad higher than that. If price closes below that, you'll get a bearish reversal candle, and then price should pull back. Now, when I take a look at where support, I got to move off the daily time frame because support there is 36.10, and not that that's not a price level for price could pull back to, but I see support on the weekly time frame at 39.87. So I think that that's where price is likely to pull back to. Should be a 2 to 4 day pullback out there if we get a dark cloud cover candle. And so we know it's right. Okay, so it's at right around 41.23 looks like is the number. 41.23 is the number. If we close at 41.23 or below, you'll get that dark cloud cover. If we don't, then the A to B equals CD to the upside should extend itself as price would be above its weekly profile resistance level at 39.87. The monthly chart has already tested its buy zone. It did that last week. Should rally up towards the 43.91 level, but you got to watch the daily on IoT, SAT. So I hope that helps you out. You also wanted to take a look at ticker symbol FRPT. Let's get that up on our screen out here. FRPT. There we go. FRPT is trading out right now at 54.74. So SAT, usually you're looking to add some shares or begin a long trade. In this case here, you are completing a daily TD9 count bottom pattern as we speak right now. Your issue is, do you take an entry in this right here right now? I think yes, because you just usually are just taking a few shares. But what you should know is that on Friday there was a new bullish structured profile that formed. And that generated a resistance level where price is trading into right now about 55.40. We're trading at 54.79. So as you get towards resistance, do you want to buy into resistance? That's your call out here. But you definitely have a daily bottom pattern on FRPT. On a weekly time frame, what you'd be looking for, let me just open this up, is a bullish reversal candle. If you get a bullish reversal candle, as well as a close above its oscillator and change line, the oscillator and change line is at 55.07, then you would get a weekly Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom pattern, and that would be nice. You do have wave number 7 that is in place out there, as long as we don't get a lower low. I mean, as long as price does not tick below 52.27 this week, you would get a wave 7 bottom. The monthly time frame chart for FRPT is in bar number 8. Bar number 8 can be a bottom pattern for a TD9 count. You still have to complete bar number 9 out there, but yes, it does look like FRPT has bottomed. Again, daily support is between 52.90 and 53.52. That would be your more ideal place. If it closes above 55.40, you're going to have to start chasing it. So I hope that helps you out, Seth. And thanks so much for waiting, the entire weekend to get that answer. Let's go take a look at PPTA. This for Lee. He wants to know, is this a sell? So the daily time frame, as you probably know, has a TD9 count top. It also has a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. And at this moment in time, Lee, price is testing the bottom of its profile, which it tested 2 days ago and it held, it being $17.87. Now, 2 days ago, price pulled back with 2.9 million shares. So far today, 750,000 shares, so about 2.1 million shares. Nonetheless, if we do close below the low from September the 4th, 1782, number one, that could set up an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. But more importantly, it will be below profile support, and that would suggest that price would move to 1697. Does that mean you should sell it? I don't know how long you've been in it or what have you, but that would be a next level of support. The weekly time frame also has a TD9 count top. Now, it should gun for its oscillator and change line. That's its level of support, about 1765, maybe 1760, 55, somewhere right around there, because that number is going to change as price moves up and down. So you got a top on the daily, got a top on the weekly. That definitely says caution, Will Robinson, and the monthly says, I don't know what you guys are talking about. But of course, the month is early. So, Lee, I hope that gave the information that you were looking for out there. I would say at a minimum, price has got to close below profile support before you would start pulling that trigger on a sell position. But again, I don't know where you're in and how long and all that kind of stuff. But the bottom of that profile, again, 1787. Roger in Boulder, Colorado, wants to take a look at CRCL, looking for an entry point. So we've got a negated daily TD9 count bottom. So that says patience and wait. The weekly time frame, there's not a lot of data on this, but at least on the weekly time frame, we have seen that this thing has been basically selling off and is trading inside now its swing point, its IPO swing point from June 6th on a weekly basis. Well, let's just say on a daily basis. How far? Where do we got to get to that? Okay, not really that far. So the daily time frame, the high of that is 103, high of the IPO day, 103.75, low $64 even Steven. I would say at a minimum, price is going to go target at least. I'm sorry. The high, I think I screwed that up. The high is 103.75. The low is $64. So 103.75. I would say at a minimum, at least the way that this is traded on a daily basis, even on a weekly basis, price is likely to go target that swing point. So I'd wait to see what happens as price gets to that level out there, Roger. And thanks for waiting a week. You also want to take a look at it. This one's even going to be a little bit more difficult, I think. And that is FIG, F-I-G out there. This is a more recent IPO, only from about 5 or 6 weeks ago. Now, the daily time frame shows us, now this is cool, Roger, you're looking for an entry point. We are going to confirm a TD9 count bottom pattern today. We will complete that pattern tomorrow out there. We have a Rhodes Momentum Indicator signal that is present. That needs a bullish reversal candle to confirm a bottom. I'd sure like to see that, quite frankly, but you're looking for an entry area. It's today or tomorrow on that TD9 count, and if the pattern gets negated, then you jettison that position, and we would be heading lower out there. But that's what I see. We take a look at FIG, so actually glad that we waited an extra day for you on that. Rich in Oregon wants to take a look at ticker symbol BTG. So let's get that up on our screen. Question is, can it get to the 690 target out there? And 690, I'm going to assume, is going to be some kind of high. Let me open up the monthly time frame chart. 690 is probably this high out here. That's the August 2020 swing point. Yeah, sort of. The low is 602. The high is 755. So here, I've got the monthly time frame chart up on our screen. Let's just simply start with that. Price is trading above its oscillator and change line, which is red, not as powerful as a green one from a bullish standpoint. But price is trading above the top of its profile. This would only be week number 2 to the upside. We had 5 weeks to the upside, 1 week to the downside. This looks pretty bullish on a monthly time frame. Let's go see what the weekly and the daily are signaling to us. The weekly does not have any kind of a topping pattern. Several A to B equals CD patterns to the upside. You can choose which one you want to draw in. You're likely to continue to move higher as prices above its green oscillator and change line and the top of its bearish structured profile out there. Only bar number 6 this week should continue to move higher. Now, on the daily time frame, a couple of days ago, this did form a sell the D point top. I'm assuming that's the case. Yeah, I can see all kinds of A to B equals CD patterns out here. Price is trading into that swing point. The high is 434. The volume, 56 million shares. So far for the day, 19 million shares. You're pushing in that swing point with volume. Can it get to 690? Yeah, it's going to be helpful, though, to clear first $4.34. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Trader's Edge is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Welcome back, folks. One of the other quests that came in on Friday was from Hector and Patty. It was to look at the 4-hour and the daily, weekly, and monthly charts for the IWM. I've got the 4-hour chart up, and Hector and Patty were asking, is this an A to B equals CD pattern? And the answer is yes. Now, that pattern went ahead and formed, let's get the time. That was at 13:30. That was 1:30 on August 22nd out there. So that pattern was put in place then. That has a price target approximately 242.82 out there. As I take a look at, we do have a wave number 7 top. That requires a close above 239.68 to negate that signal. We have Rhodes momentum indicator tops out there. The highest level, so in other words, if price closes above 236.97, it'll negate that signal. We're at 238.06 right now. The bar that we're in is going to go ahead and complete at about 2 o'clock. It says 1:30 out there. Yeah, that would make sense. 1:30. Oh, Mark opens at 9:30. Hello, Steve-O. Wake up. So yes, you've got an A to B equals CD pattern for the 4-hour time frame chart out there, but you've got to take out that wave number 7 signal. The daily time frame needs a bearish reversal candle to confirm a top. Otherwise, price is going to rally further. We're trading above its oscillator and change line. We're trading above profile resistance. We're trading above those same things inside the weekly time frame chart. Now, the weekly time frame chart tested and rejected last week. The low of its swing point, all-time high, November 29th. The low of that was 239.43. The volume was 92 million shares. Last week, we got up to a high of 239.68 with 144 million shares. You got 144 going into a swing point that had volume of 92. Now, we did close below the low, 239.43. Let me just double check and make sure. Our close 237.77. When you test and reject a swing point with volume, in this case here, the bottom of the swing point, if we close below it, that would be considered a test and rejection, but it would be a test and rejection with volume. When you do that, you typically get back up there and test it, maybe even take it out. So again, the high today so far, 238.56. We know that the IWM for a weekly time frame should be gunning for at least 239.43. And the monthly chart wants to get back to its prior TD9 count or Rhodes momentum indicator topping pattern that formed out here on November in 2021. And that to negate that signal, and that certainly is a price target, 244.46. You close above that, then you're off to the race to the upside. So daily's bullish. Weekly says I want to move higher. The monthly's really bullish, but it's got to take out those prior resistance levels out there. By the way, that was not the all-time, no, it was the all-time high that we took a look at back here on November 29th. Okay, so that's what's going on with the IWM. Hector and Patty, thanks for waiting the weekend for that. Hope that helps you out. Dan wants to take the Roblox RBLX, and Dan is seeing something scary here in these charts. Well, here's what Stevie sees. Oh, this is N-phase energy. Where did Roblox go? Okay, well, I'm just going to, just to keep it in order out here, just so I don't completely lose track of where I'm at. That's weird. Okay, so that's fine. We'll stay with N-phase energy, and I'll come back and do Roblox. So this is for Texas Tom. Texas Tom is looking for a good entry point. Well, we can't give you the entry point right now because price is up at a resistance level, at least on Monday, is 2 resistance levels, 40.30, TD9 count breakdown resistance, and the top of its profile, 39.02. We're trading at 38.39 right now, so you're trading with inside its profile. I would say the best buy point would probably be right around 35.70, between 35.15 and 35.70, the daily buy zone. Now, it turns out on a weekly basis, N-phase energy is moving into a weekly sell zone. And that's between about 38.40. Let me give you the exact number out here. The center of that profile is at 38.40. 38.29. So between 38.29 and 43.89 is your resistance zone. Doesn't mean price can't get through it. It's just going to be a bumpy ride. The monthly time frame negated a TD9 count bottom pattern. As long as price remains below that red oscillator and change line, Roblox wants to continue to move lower. So Dan, I don't know what you saw out there. I'd love for you to share it with me, with the debtors and folks that I could also share that with. But we're not. Oh, we're at Roblox. I'm looking at end phase energies. Geez, hello, Steve-O. So, Tom, when you look at these charts here, after I've gone through what I've done, and I don't know what style trader you are, but wouldn't you say that the only time to really enter or consider entering the long trade right now in end phase energy would be a monthly close above that oscillator and change line? We're trading at 38.45. That's up at the 44.36 level out there. So just be careful, I'd say, on end phase energy. Now let's try Roblox, RBLX. And maybe I screwed it up in the way that I type things in. I'm going to find it on another chart, but I'm just going to go ahead and populate this set of charts out there. Okay, so now we're looking for something scary. So on a daily time frame, what? We had a buy the D point bottom pattern. Price rallied right up into the TD9 count breakdown resistance level at 133.62. That's for the daily time frame. Price lost momentum. No sound. Wow, I'm speaking, and I can hear myself. And I don't have the best of hearing out there. Anybody else hear me? I hope so. It'd be great if you do. But I'll just keep talking. So we take a look at the Roblox out there. Dan, with price trading below its green oscillator and change line, ought to make a move, I would say, to the 122.81 level. Don't really have a topping pattern other than getting back to the breakdown resistance level. The weekly time frame chart is bullish. And it's consolidated inside its weekly bullish structured profile. As long as price remains above that green oscillator and change line, 126, call it right now, price ought to make its way again to the 135 level. The monthly time frame for Roblox just has a double top out here. It tested its prior high from back in November of 2021. That had a volume of 645 million shares. That was tested and rejected with 195 million. 195 was testing what? 645 million. Wow. So that was a test on light volume. I don't know if that's what was the scary thing that you see out there. But what is a scary thing? That's the best I've got for you out here with regard to Roblox. Just if it can clear that oscillator and change line, we get back up to 133.62. Otherwise, we move back to 122.81. I think right now that's more likely the outcome. As long as price on the weekly remains above 126.07, things are pretty good. So that's what I've got right there. Hope that helps you out, Dan. Hope that helped you out as well. Texas Tom Nitram wants to take a look at GameStop, I believe. Is that GME? Is that GameStop? We take a look at GME out here right now. Price is trading with inside its daily profile. Let's pull this back just a tad. So it's found resistance this morning at a TD9 count breakdown resistance level, but it's been able to get through that. It did that back on September the 2nd out there. We come back from this break. We'll finish looking at GME. Then we've got IOVA, RGTI, U, XPEV, and DBC. Thanks to each of you. Hey, by the way, just a programming note, I will not be able to host a show live or recorded tomorrow, and I will be on vacation all next week. But I will be back to do the show, certainly on Wednesday of this week. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstad's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstad releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Welcome back. We're looking at GME. This is for Nitram inside the Tiger's Den. And Nitram, we've got consolidation, consolidation, and consolidation. Price of consolidated inside its monthly profile, bullish in structure, its weekly profile, bullish in structure, its daily profile, bullish in structure. So it's really the weekly and the monthly resistance levels that we're looking at. Those are the oscillator and change line. On a weekly basis, it's 2340 or so. If we get above 2340, we'll make it to 2374, the top of its weekly daily profile. Above that, you'd make it to 2426. The monthly time frame, price is trading in the bullish zone, the buy zone. It needs a close above 2436. It'll be higher than that. I don't know whether it's 56 or 66, but if price does close above that green oscillator and change line, that would increase the odds of move to 3127. So that's what we see at this moment in time with regard to GME. Let's go take an IOVA. This is also for Nitram inside the Tiger's Den. IOVA is trading out right now at $2.38. It is trading, or it's testing its daily oscillator and change line that if closes below, that's at 238, will then be below its bullish structure daily profile and a red oscillator and change line that would increase the odds of lower price. I'd say lower price for 2 to 4 sessions would be normal out there. The weekly time frame, price is trading inside its, just above profile resistance. Quite a narrow profile out here. 227 is resistance, 185 is support. So that's a bullish signal there. And the monthly time frame chart, no signal. What the monthly time frame chart needs to do at a minimum, Nitram, is close above that red oscillator and change line. Currently printed about 250 out there. So that's what I see when I take an IOVA. Hope that information helped you out. Duncan, Steve, inside the Tiger's Den, wants to take an RGTI. Let's go see what it is doing today. And RGTI is trading out at $15.15. That is within inside its daily bearish structured profile. It's trading within inside the sell zone. The sell zone exists between 1510 and 1553. We closed below 1510. Odds favor move to 14 1/4. A weekly time frame chart shows that price has lost momentum. It's done that by trading below its oscillator and change line. Still, though, that does not necessarily mean that it's really all out bearish. It doesn't. It has not completed a top, at least I don't believe it completed an A to B equals CD pattern. But let's just make sure. And to make sure, I'm just simply going to move this line to that C point out there. And the answer is no. It has not made a sell the D point top. So just a sideways sideways movement really for the last couple weeks on RGTI, and on a monthly basis, everything is bullish here. So it's to the daily chart out there. And the daily chart, which has a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top, did find support at its secondary profile out there at 1425. I don't know what else. What else I can provide for you here that my eyes visually see right now? You got to watch that 1425 area. That is for sure. But first, you're going to watch the level of about 1510, because you close below that, that's going to then get us down to that 1425 area. Dunk, you also wanted to take a ticker symbol U, so let's get that up on our screen. You are trading out at, drum roll, please, come on. Populate, don't give me these. It's trading out at 44.55. Nothing wrong with the daily. We're trading about profile and oscillator and change line resistance. A Rhodes Momentum Indicator signal is present, needs a bearish reversal candle to confirm. If on a weekly basis we close above last week's high, which was the bar following bar number 9, that high being 44.22, we're at 44.63 right now. If we close above 44.22, that tells us about a strong upward momentum move, Duncan, inside of ticker symbol U. And the last piece of that puzzle is going to be the monthly chart closing above 44.50. We're at 44.50 is the top of that monthly profile. So if you can close above that, that would be muy bueno. So we're bullish on the daily. We are right now very bullish on the weekly unless price pulls back. And monthly, not so sure just yet, but price is trading above resistance out there. GT wants to take one of his favorite stocks, and that's XPEV. And the question is, has this changed trend? I don't know. Let's go take a look at it. When we take a look at the daily time frame, all I see out here is a gap to the upside. But remember, XPEV is a Chinese stock. You got to ignore those gaps. Those gaps are currency related, and so we can't consider that. Are we trading above Friday's high? Yeah. Is that bullish? Yeah. Did we trade down for 1, 4, 5, 6, 7? Needed a relief rally. Has it changed its trend? I don't know. We're trading below daily profile support, so I won't go there. Now, the good thing, though, about last week's movement is price did hold the bottom of its weekly profile. So a number to the downside that you're watching is going to be 18. Oh, I take it back. That was just getting to the sell zone, the buy zone. Man. You think I didn't get any sleep or something? 1818 to 1969 is a buy zone on a weekly basis. In order to maybe change its trend and just rally further, you're going to need to see it close above 2109-ish. I don't know if it's 2920, 2120 or something like that, but that's the weekly oscillator and change line. So maybe you're gunning for the daily at 2134. If you do, that's going to get you above the weekly oscillator and change line. I don't have any kind of a topping pattern on the monthly chart out there, but has it changed its trend? I don't have a bottom signal. So that doesn't mean that it hasn't bottomed. It just means the patterns that I look for are not present. So I don't have a change in trend signal. I just have what looks like an oversold rally that maybe lasts for a couple of sessions out here, two to four sessions. So hope that helps. You also want to take a look at DBC. Did I get that one in? I don't know. Let's find out. Yep, we did. Okay, so DBC is trading out at 2216, and it is consolidating with inside its daily profile after having formed a TD9 count top. Now, the profile support level is at 2204. We closed just below that on Friday, but we are back inside that profile. So it says Friday's move was a false breakdown message. So just a consolidation with inside profile, still with that TD9 count top. Weekly chart looks good. In that, price is above profile resistance, 2195, and its oscillator and change line. The monthly profile exists between 2186 at support, 2377 at resistance out there. And I see a negated wave number 7 pattern on that monthly time frame chart. So that's not really great news for it. Daily TD9 count top consolidation inside that daily profile. That's what we've got for you. GTE. Texas Tom, because I was really speaking and kind of screwing up, thinking I was looking at one chart when I was looking at another, and that kind of screwed things up. But Texas Tom was basically saying here, hey, would you, I'm looking at this energy sector because I simply expect an avalanche of electronic demand because of all these data centers. So I said, hey, let's put the energy sector up on our screen as well and see what it is doing. And the energy sector, for its daily time frame, went ahead and formed a TD9 count top. And right now, today, we are trading below profile support, 87.36. So we close below that today and tomorrow, you'll have a profile change in trend. It'll just simply increase the likelihood of a pullback to its breakout level, 85.14. Now, you can't get to 85.14 until you close below the weekly oscillator and change line, 86.38. Now, on a weekly base, we had one heck of a nice rally out there, and that rally stopped where a counter trend move, Texas Tom, would come to an end. That was the center of its bullish structured profile, and that's what we hit last week. That was at the 90.64 level. We got up to a high of 90.68. Now it's important to watch this 86.38-ish area. If price closes below that, we're going to head lower out there. Of course, one lower target is 85.14. On a monthly time frame, the energy sector has just been trading a sideways consolidation. You probably don't need me to draw that in, but if I were to draw that in, it would look pretty much something like this. Yeah, that's your basic consolidation, is what the XLE has been doing for, well, let's just say since about March of 2022. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Welcome back, folks. We're looking at ticker symbol TVGN. This is for Bob in Spokane. Bob, when we take a look at this right now, on a daily basis, we are trading just below profile support. That's at 91 cents out there. And if we remain below 91 cents, we're likely to continue to move lower. I don't have any kind of a bottoming signal or pattern or anything along that line. The rally today ran up into resistance at the center of its bullish structured profile. That's where a counter trend move would end at 95 cents. Still early in the day, but right now the signal on a daily basis is not good. Weekly time frame closed below profile support last week. We're back above it right now, which is 89 cents there. No bottoming signal here. What you'd actually like to see this do is get below, at least tick below the August 8th low out there at 83 cents, because that could trigger a TD9 count bottom pattern out there in the monthly chart. Not much for me to share with you there, other than prices below profile support, and that's at $1.08. So I hope that review assisted you, and as always, thanks so much for your request. Dan spotted this stock here, MCRB. What a beautiful stock chart this is. If you look at the weekly time frame chart, it had a TD9 count top that formed 2 weeks ago. That is being negated as we speak with this gap to the upside. Now, not that it can't pull back and fail by week's end, but right now looks mighty, mighty fine. On a daily time frame out here, we do have wave number 7 that has been triggered. That needs a lower high to confirm a top. If that were to form, you could see a pullback to 2058. Rhodes momentum indicator signal present, but that needs a bearish reversal candle. So short of that, a bearish reversal candle that is, and short of a lower high, price should continue to move higher out here. Where's the price target? That's a good question. I would have to say right now, wow, what could I say? Guess I could say anything I want. Well, here's what I want to say. One, I want to let you know that I will not be able to host a show tomorrow, so I won't be with you tomorrow. But where's the price target? I have to say right now, Dan, it's going to be the high on a weekly basis from July 19th, 2024, and that's between the range of 2080 at the low, 3060 at the high. So we're already trading inside that swing point. The volume on that swing point has 35 million shares. So far today, well, I don't know. Hey, folks, have a marvelous Monday, a terrific Tuesday, and I'll look forward to seeing you on wonderful Wednesday. Take care and be safe out there.